It's all about real estate today. A bunch of you asked for this, so you better watch this video to the end, because I'm making this for you. Alright, I'm going to talk about this, which means big changes in real estate. There may be an influx of new Canadians. I'm going to remind you that Canada isn't the only place that has seen home price growth. And for all the affordable housing naysayers, I'm going to show you an amazing project here in London. Let me start with the home prices. The US housing market has reached its most unaffordable level in history. And not a Justin Trudeau in sight. Yesterday I showed you the index for residential property prices in Canada. Now I'm going to show you the same thing for Australia. Just like yesterday, I'm going to start in 1970. Just like here in Canada, by the end of the decade, home prices had tripled. By 1990, where Canada had doubled, they tripled. End of the next decade, Canada went up 20%, Australia went up 50%. Another decade, more than double again. And then 2020, where in Canada home prices had gone up about 80%, Australia went up about 40%. What's that right there? That's 2017 when Australia shut down its auto industry. Yup, after 70 years, the government had been subsidizing the auto industry to remain in Australia. And they decided it wasn't worth it anymore. So in 2017, Ford, Toyota, and General Motors ended large-scale production. The economy took a hit, home prices fell, but it has since recovered. All this without Justin Trudeau. So maybe it's just the reality of how money works. All right, changes for realtors stemming from intra-provincial trade. So this new law proposes that realtors who have a license in cooperating provinces can just apply to work in Ontario. And I'm hoping it works both ways. Like, I might be biased, but I think this is fantastic because I get contacted by people all across the country. Like, I have a friend who's selling his house in Newfoundland and moving here to Ontario. I would have loved to go out to Newfoundland and sell that house for him. Will this mean a drop in standards? I don't think so. I think if you're a shit realtor, the standards are low anyway. This won't change that. All right, we may have an influx of new immigrants. Why US healthcare professionals are choosing Canadian immigration. With all that's happening in Republican states in the US, healthcare professionals have had it. And they are looking to the north. It becomes more and more like a handmaid's tale every day. Now, some have said the United States has the best healthcare in the world, but from what I understand, they are understaffed. So losing healthcare professionals will be a problem for them and an opportunity for us. And since we are on a kick to seize every opportunity before us, some provinces have already taken action. Ontario, British Columbia, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia have all launched fast-track licensing pathways for US-trained physicians. And we're working on express visas. Maybe even fast-track permanent residency or citizenship. Just a warning to any Americans coming up here, we do tend to be a little bit more liberal, even the conservatives among us. And given the shit show that's happening in the US, we'll probably continue down that path. Just remember that if you ever get around to voting. All right, speaking of hospitals, London is refurbishing the old Victoria Hospital and making affordable housing. Now, when I talk about affordable housing or refurbishing old buildings, I get a lot of negativity in my comments. Can't be done, can't be done, can't be done. Well, we're doing it. This is the old Victoria Hospital. And when I say old Victoria Hospital, I mean old Victoria Hospital. They built a new hospital decades ago and left this site abandoned. As a byproduct, the neighborhood around this site has become a little downtrodden. But now, with federal government dollars, this is being refurbished. Refurbished is a bad term, because it's a lot of construction. The building I just showed you in the other photo, that's the back of it right there. So there's this block, there's another block over here. In this photo, there's only one tower, but there's two now. Like, it's a huge project. And as part of the project, they're refurbishing these buildings. Even that one. There's the old building right there. Now, this is an artist rendering, but if you go out to the site, it looks pretty much like this right now. Except there's other buildings in the way. And some are ready to rent. The first building will have 60 affordable units in it, geared to income. And each one of these properties will have a mix of geared to income units and market rent units, with the added benefit that this will revitalize that entire sector. So don't tell me shit can't get done. Shit can get done if we want to make it happen.